Then he starts fatiguing, so I don't know.
Let the games begin.
Welcome, Just. This is one of our duplicates. You could drop it here. Mages, actually, a lot of times you can use Reno fairly late against Mage. I feel like if you have to use Reno early against Mage, you'd probably lose the game anyways. I think maybe even mulliganing the Reno. Although, I'm talking about Tempo Mage. If you have the early Reno against Tempo Mage. If it's Freeze Mage, then it's best to just keep Ice Block Reno, probably. Okay, so for the Valet next turn, we can still, Reno, we can Valet and Frostful next turn, so we can kill 2 minions. So this Flameworker here, I'll just play 1 minion and ping. I'll prioritize the Flameworker over the Mana Room, but deck list is wrong. It's right, it's just I have some duplicates.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
I serve the Fire Lord.
Go ahead and cycle Blood Mage here. Might absorb 3 damage if he needs to use all 5 mana, like for an Azure Drake. Otherwise, burn it's some of his mana for the ping. I think we prioritize AI here. So I guess Frostbolt Doomsayer makes sense if you really want the tempo turn, but otherwise, I don't like Frostbolt Acidic Swamp Ooze ping because it only costs him like 1 mana to kill the Ooze. Very little mana, basically. So it's not going to be a great tempo turn for me, right? Like the Ooze as a 3-2 for Tempo Mage, Arcane Blast, Arcane Missiles, things like that. So it's not really costing him a lot of mana to remove the Ooze, and I don't have other removal cards in my hand. So I think I like using my mana for the AI to draw more removal rather than playing Ooze and trying to trade Ooze into one of his minions, because I think the chance of that happening is nothing. Like next, I don't think it'll be able to trade with one of his minions. Do we have Reno activated? I think it is activated now. The Ice Block, 1 Doomsayer has been drawn, and 1 Frostbolt has been drawn. In fact, both Frostbolts have been used. 0% chance to lose versus Tempo Mage if you have Ice Block Reno combo. I don't think that's true. Actually, sometimes they have just that much damage with the Cabal's Tomes. Especially if you have if you can't answer some of their minions sometimes. He's been getting very unlucky. Go ahead and set this guy to 2-1 for the ping next turn. Misplay should have pinged the book that Drake would have been frozen. I don't think that's right for me, because the thing spell power is worth more. Like, the turn is much scarier if he... I don't care about the 1 damage enough. The turn is scarier for, like, another spell power plus Arcane Blast for 6 into ping, for example. Like, I think the spell power is scarier, especially because Arcane Blast. Billy Goat Scruff, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the StrifeCro. Here's a crow fist.
Time runs out on me.
Also, Generator Gowl has subscribed. Thanks for the sub, Generator. Welcome to the StrifeCro. Here's a Crowfist. Thinking this match I want to heal as much as possible. Just gonna go ahead and Reno later. Not gonna set up Reno effigy here. Well, there is some synergy between Reno and effigy, but I think the heal is too important to heal for as much as possible. I do have over, like, I guess extra removal. Manworm is pretty scary because it's not just a 3/3 I'm leaving up. If I just say ping an effigy here, guess I consider something like Arcane Missiles. No, that's not going to work. It has to go all minions for Arcane Missiles to clear. That's too unlikely. So I can effigy ping, dust up the effigy. I think it's too high chance to lose on block. It's not the greatest Blizzard, but I think me getting an extra Blizzard. I still have the Blizzard for his 3/2s. He hasn't played any 3/2s yet. His 4 3/2s in his deck. One more Drake. He's playing Water Elemental as well. He might be playing Ragnaros maybe. I didn't get a Crowfist when I subbed. Did you? Let me see. When did you sub, Alex? Thanks for the sub anyways. I give you a Crowfist. Here you go.
Interesting.
Do you have the artifact?
I mean, our Arcane Missiles here is very likely just killing an extra 1/1, but it plays around Counterspell, because he did play a Seeker this turn as well. Killing extra 1's okay. I guess setting this to 4/3 for the trade's not useless either, so it's like the damage kind of matters. It does play around the Counterspell too. I'd rather the missiles get Counterspell than effigy, even though effigy's not, you know, it's not the end of the world if my effigy gets dispelled either, but... McBee55, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the StrifeCro. Here's a Crowfist. 4 cards left. Might have Yogg. A lot of people subbed it to me actually when I haven't been streaming, like offline. Especially with the Twitch Prime. Well, then. I have a lot of extra ice blocks as resources, and I only have this one Blizzard as removal. If I Blizzard ping, or, you know, whatever, Blizzard Bear or something like that, then he swarms the board, I have no removal. I think I'm going to use these ice blocks to buy time. Basically, I lose my block here, then play another ice block in Blizzard. So I have a ping. I think we ping this guy. And basically, I'll play the Renos at the end of my ice block chain. So I have 3 turns of ice blocks before needing to play Reno. I can use those turns to buy me some time. I play the bear here because I might not lose the block. Unless he uses some more burn. Just want to force him to fireball me in the face so he has one less spell. And I guess since I can always Blizzard ping this with the 2-mana ice block, like I don't really care about using like saving a particular mana ice block, so I have an extra ping Blizzard ice block turn. Kind of scary, the secret. It's hard to say. I least have 2 ice blocks. Sharp Spoon, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the StrifeCro. Here's a Crowfist. This is a lot. Like I can't really ping this down with Blizzard, so I think we just use ice block and then ping his 3/1. Do we need to ping with 3/1? I guess. So you're just gonna lose the block immediately. Actually, it might be better just Reno here. There's not that much stuff on board. Then still save the Blizzard. AB Tiger 31, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the StrifeCro. Here's a Crowfist. Why no instrumentor Acolyte is not always better. I actually just took an Acolyte for the Gnomish Inventor. I think this deck, it's like, Acolyte's kind of iffy. I saw some other people use Acolyte, and I had Acolyte because of that. I didn't like it myself a lot. It's just, it's a lot of mana investment. Like, you don't really have that much mana to invest in Acolyte. Gnomish Inventor is nice. Like, this deck, the good thing with this deck about Gnomish Inventor is that since you have so much AoE going to those turns, like, not really 5, but 6 and 7, you can afford for your minions to just have high life, and that doesn't trade well. So Gnomish Inventor has high life, doesn't trade well against, well, it does trade well against some things, but it doesn't really trade well against most things. But that doesn't matter as much because you can just blizzard stuff down, even if it trades for Gaia and still survives. That's both Fireballs, both Frostbolts. I prefer to just get the Alex draws out of the way here compared to Ice Block here again. Although I guess I can Ice Block in Firelands Portal. That is a way to spend all my mana. And I do have some more stuff on board. I'm trying to think what's better, like trade in Alex or Ice Block in Firelands Portal. I think his secret is something that's not too relevant, like Ice Block maybe. Or Ice Barrier. I forgot whether I attacked him in the face or not. If I Firelands Portal Ice Block, Flame Strike.
Perhaps.
I guess yeah. That doesn't make sense, right? We're playing it. I think I convinced myself because we're playing a control game. So if we can take minion trades, we should always take minion trades over using removal. Because we're Firelands Portal the guy, then he can use his removal like Flame Strike, and then we're losing our removal. But this way, also we have a stronger board like this. This is way better. The only thing is that if I die here, but I don't think I'll ever die here with both Fireballs used and both Frostbolts used. In fact, I have 15.
Someday I'll be just like you. Let's make magic.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
Go ahead and play Ice Block first. In case of Naga Sea Witch. Agent SCO, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the StrifeCro. Here's a Crow Fist. Well, I wonder where his last card is. It's definitely better to save Dragon's Breath because it's more flexible, it's cheaper, right? It can hit face in the race. Flame Strike will never hit more than one minion when he has one card in his hand. And if it's not a minion, then... let's see. Do we win the race? I don't know, but I don't need to do the math because it's pointless to do the math. Just play it out. It's not math. There's no more decisions in this game. There might be. Not really. No more decisions.
Well played. You win.
But see, it's actually kind of close. Tempo Mage has a lot of value, actually. I'm referring to the comment where someone said earlier where you always beat Tempo Mage if you have Reno and Ice Block. Tested Sagat and Reno is really strong.
Madir versus Malfurion.
I'm just worried of spending that much mana for a card that just is taunt.
Begin.
Genie Kid, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the StrifeCro. Crowfist. That seemed like a crazy game. The matchup was Tempo Mage against Reno Mage. I feel like having like big minions like Saga, that's just minion power. I think one of the good things of Mage is the spells are so good. So I don't really like a minion like Saga that much. Like, it's not really like a pressure controller kind of. Like, they have brawls at that point. So just, I feel like it's not really gonna be a thing over like a minion like Alexstrasza. Most Mage minions effectively have taunt because you're threatening Flame Strike. That's why I don't like taunt minions in Mage that much, because the way I like to think about it is every single Mage minion has taunt somewhat. I mean, I guess it doesn't stop them from killing you if they're lethal, but it's like, taunt minions are usually undercosted, and since you can threaten one-way board clears like Flame Strike, Blizzard, Frost Nova, it's very easy to punish people if they go face and don't kill your minions. Guanin 150, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the StrifeCro. Here's a Crowfist. I kept the Fireball. I think I like it. It's mostly to kill Vandrel, Vow Teacher. Emperor is the only thing we draw that might want us to save the coin. I think it's too weak though.
You have the audacity.
Oh, my mage guide should be up in the next day, maybe even right now or after the stream. I made a guide about how to play Control Mage. It's very, I guess the guide is very technical, like about playstyle, much less than, it's not really like a mulligan guide or deck list guide. I didn't even post a deck list in the guide, but I'll probably post some links in the YouTube description, but it's very much based on like how to play the deck rather than just something like keep the mulligan cards or this is the deck list. A Blizzard has it. Undercost taunt is for like Sludge Belcher. I would put Sludge Belcher in this deck, but taunt was much better in Duplicate Mage, like that kind, before, like the old Control Mage was a Duplicate variation, and Duplicate, that's another story. I'm saying Mage isn't that good with taunts because you threaten Flame Strike, but before when you had Duplicate, you know, it forced them to kill your taunt, which is a whole nother story. It was actually very, very good back then. I guess there's still effigy, but I mean, it's not that. It's not about, I guess it's not even about effigy, it's just about there's no more Sludge Vulture. I do get the money either way, as far as I'm concerned. The subs are the same. It's true. Did you see the Drewless post on Reddit today? Went 16-0 from rank 4 legend. Yeah, I saw this. I think he made a lot of smart decisions because I was telling people about, I was saying Yogg-Druid is probably not going to be very good. I mean, not Yogg-Druid, Malygos Druid. Tokens Druid is probably going to be better after the Yogg nerf. I think I ended up wrong about that. Feels like most people ended up using no tokens and still Yogg. But the reason is I thought that Malygos Druid leaned really heavily on healing. The deck list I was posted today, I guess it was a Malygos Druid. Actually, it was a token as well. What I liked is it actually took out like Moonglade Pearl and Feral Rage. He leaned less heavily on healing, which I like a lot. This is kind of a hard decision between Emperor or this. The main thing I don't like about Emperor, well, I guess it's the same thing either way, but I don't think the FG is proccing on the 6, because if I leave up the Drake, the swipe comes down. I think the way it works, I mean, I know the way it works is the first minion that's on the board will get AoE first. So like against Flame Strike, for example, since this is an older minion. I'm not actually sure. I used to play duplicate decks a lot, and then I was more sure then.
Attention, class.
But I don't know how swipe exactly works. Swipe might be actually different, huh? Swipe might be just the 4 first and then the 1. Or is that not true? No, it can't be. It has to be all at the same time. Because if the 4 and then the 1, it would kill Imp Game Boss, like the whole thing. And it doesn't kill the whole Imp Game Boss. It actually used to, I think, like it was a bug where it killed Imp Game Boss like that. It's like but I kind of want to play fast because, you know, all these turns it's like nice to have Emperor and accelerate the game. Now I can't play Emperor again because I need to kill the Violet Teacher. I wish I had 1 more mana here, then I can play Fireball and Gnomish Inventor. Swipe is simultaneous, yeah. So it would have still duplicated or effigied the 4-drop instead of the 6-drop. StrifeCro. Welcome to the StrifeCro. Thanks for the sub. Here's the Crowfist. I mean, it can't be the 4 and 1 though, if you think about it. It doesn't kill like Harvest Golem and stuff. And it also doesn't kill Imp Game Boss. It's not a 100% given that I polymorph plus Gnomish Inventor. I do have an Ice Block, I have some freeze effects. The main thing here is I might have to grind this out in the long run, which means I actually need a way to kill Malygos, not just freeze it. So another play I have is, I think I'm liking this play more. I can afford to take 8 damage here. I'm kind of contesting the trade here. Get to develop the Emperor finally. I'd actually kind of rather leave up Arcane Giant than leave up Violet Teacher in a way. I mean, probably true. Violet Teacher and Vandal are the scary ones. Like, I couldn't play Emperor on that turn. I could play Emperor on the Addrake turn. I wonder if that's scarier. Like, all these turns he's been playing minions that made me not want to play Emperor and remove them, but at least Arcane Giant's just like a vanilla minion. It's a big vanilla minion, but it's still vanilla. Drake has spell power, the other guys have, you know, the special effects. He only has 1 more swipe. I'm thinking how bad it is for me to leave up Emperor another turn. His hand's not too big, although he can nourish. Because I'm thinking Malygos he can combo with Living Roots and Moonfire anyways. If I give him too many activations, it might be a combo with Swipe as well. That's what I'm scared of. It's just I still think I need to save the Polymorph. The way I remove it is Polymorph and then Baron Geddon for now. We'll just draw first and Geddon, I think. The change of play. I can Gnomish Inventor and Torch. I think I like that more. Because this is still contesting the... Okay, so before I drew the Arcane Blast, I was just going to play this, leave it up. If he takes the trades at 5-3, it can get in ping. The reason why I think I like this more is you can always trade Emperor for Geddon or just kill the spell. And since he's a Violet Teacher deck, I think I need to value these AoE a little bit more. Opportunity for us to Alex. Oh, but there's no good target. Alex has just developed 8-8, which I don't think is that great. I actually need to think about this because I've run into this in a tournament game before. If you play too many torches, your Reno gets unactivated. I was like checking. I think I haven't played a torch yet. One of the torches is from the tome, and one of them was from my deck, I believe. So I still have Reno activated. Even I don't have Reno in my hand right now, but if I play a second torch, I'll have 2 Roaring Torches in my deck, and it will unactivate, which might or might not be important. It's not like I never do that, but we'll see. I'll try not to play a second torch until I get the Roaring Torch draw, if anything. Have you tested Reno Dragon Mage? I have. I've come to some conclusions about it. I think very likely the best Reno Warlock is a Reno Dragon Warlock, because Reno Warlock has very weak removal. They have like one Shadow Bolt. They have like decent AoE, but they don't have good single target removal. That makes it very hard to deal with cards like Thunderbluff Valiant or Mana Tide Totem, Flame Tongue Totem. It's either AoE or bust for them. They have no small moves. Mage has good AoE and good single target removal. So I think Blackwing Corruptor and what a Bookworm isn't as important for Mage. I guess what I mean is I think it's not good. It's also harder to... Mage is less card draw than Warlock, so the Dragons is less...
Wait a minute.
Time waits for no one.
The Dragons is harder to use, I think. Because you can only run 5 or 6 Dragons in Reno Mage Warlock style, or Reno Mage Dragon, right? I think it's fake AFKing and baiting me to play more stuff for Yogg, which I'm not going to take. If he just passes forever, I'll just kill him with just this guy. I'll be patient. What was I saying? I guess I lost my train of thought, but... Oh yeah, it's kind of hard to activate Dragons as a mage. Plus you have very good single target removal. It's not as important to have Bookworm, Blackwing Corruptor. I did draw my torch now. I can do a full clear with Geddon here if I use my torch, or not my torch, my Forbidden Flame, which can kill an Arcane Giant on its own. I don't know how I feel about that, because I can Geddon ping the 3-2 and then torch, or the Forbidden Flame. Otherwise, I do have a lot of damage, but I don't think I want to go burning his face out. I think I like Geddon more. I can force the Yogg, or just force more burn and burn Geddon. He's already used both swipes. Any other burn he uses either has come from Mulch, or Yogg. If he plays Yogg, game accelerated pretty fast, but Yogg against one minion is not too good. Kind of likely to kill itself before killing my minion. Want to Alex him. He's already at 15. I might just want to save it to heal myself after... I don't have Reno right now. He has Malygos in his deck. He can Malygos burst me. Then I kind of need to heal. Just class cards, right? Purple. Yeah. Could be anything.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
As far as threats go, maybe Fandral Violet Teacher, one more Drake, and then another Arcane Giant Malygos combo. Oh, I think he's playing the deck that was the deck we were talking about in Reddit. I think this is the version with maybe only one Feral Rage, no Moonglade Portal or something. I don't know the exact list. I looked at it, I saw some things, so I don't remember card for card. What I took away from it is that it was only using one Mire Keeper, 2 Violet Teachers, had a lot more tokens and minions, more a tempo style with Malygos as a finisher. Or it might not even have Malygos, it might have had the Jungle Moonkin, I forgot actually. Definitely not playing the monkey. Maybe way later in the game, not for now. So I think it's worth it to polymorph this or to wait for Malygos. Ultimately, he has used all his swipes and stuff, and he can play all his Living Roots and Moonfires in one turn with Malygos, and then he just won't have any other spells. There's one more Wrath as well, I guess. Let's see, if we freeze, ping 5/8 after. I think there's not a great way for me to do this without polymorphing. I'll probably polymorph this. I think I want to kill a taunt over the Azure Drake because my guy gets to attack. Gonna use Blizzard here. I would have just passed this turn if I didn't draw Flame Strike. I think with the Flame Strike, you're gonna go ahead and use that one removal.
Pay attention, class.
I mean, time is good for me. He has less cards in his deck. Like, if he's only doing 3 or 4 a turn, I'm okay with that. It's a good draw. I'm really trying to get that Reno before playing the monkey.